find my page, sorry. I'd like to introduce all of you. Many of you know Zoe Romanchuk is our next speaker, and I'm honored to introduce her. She's a leader in the manufacturing industry in our area. Together with her husband, Mark, they own 2 local manufacturing businesses, PR Machine Works and Slick Automated Solutions. Her past work experience includes she was a senior Russian translator for on-site inspection agency for the U.S. Department of Defense, sitting right here. She was the director of admissions at Northrop University, an international admissions officer at USC, and an international credentials evaluator in Los Angeles. Zoe's very active in the community service. She's a chair of the national board member of Women in Manufacturing, vice chairperson for RMC board, the Regional Manufacturers Coalition in the area. She's the member of the State Legislative Council for the National Federation of Independent Businesses, a member of the State OMA BWC Committee, Ohio Manufacturers Association, a member of the National One Voice Manufacturing Government Affairs Committee. She was previously the national chair, and a lot of other workforce development and community activities and committees. Zoe's civic and professional honors include a Certificate of Meritorious Service from the U.S. Department of Defense. She was a twin honoree, tribute to women in industry. She was a Chamber Extraordinary Leadership Award winner in 2009 and was an Athena finalist in 2018. I'd like you to help me welcome Zoe Romanchuk. A lot of alphabet there, I know.
So thank you for having me, and congratulations to all the scholarship winners. I'm going to talk to you today about manufacturing. So when manufacturing was 1.0 and you would start talking about it, people's eyes would just glaze over, and people that weren't geeky or nerdy would just fall asleep. Then we had manufacturing 2.0, which was the advent of CNC machines, computer numerically controlled. Big game changer in manufacturing. That's when technology started zooming forward, was when that started being entered into the world, into the industry. Then we had manufacturing 3.0, which is 3D printing. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of that. Initially, the problems with 3D printing were the materials weren't durable. So you could only do certain things, prototypes, things like that. That problem has been solved in 3D printing. What the problem is currently with 3D printing is it's not fast enough. You can't do production. So hopefully someone in this room will work on that problem and fix that for us, because that would be a super game changer in the field of technology and the industry of manufacturing. What I'm going to talk a little bit more about is manufacturing 4.0, and that's women coming into manufacturing. Currently, it's only 29% of the industry is women, not because of any kind of discrimination, but because women are not going into the technological fields. The kinds of jobs that exist in manufacturing are just endless. As Sally mentioned, I'm on the board of Women in Manufacturing, which is a trade association founded and headquartered right here in Ohio, in Independence, Ohio. It was founded in 2010, and our goal is to get more women into these careers. So our annual conference was last month, and we had 500 attendees. I think most people would be shocked to think that 500 women in manufacturing would go to a conference, but that's how many women we had. Our association has 3,000 individual members and 700 corporate members. So there's a lot of women working in these fields. 6-figure salaries, things like PLC programmer, machinists, welders. There are welders that make 6-figure salaries. Lots of them do. Women aren't going into these fields, and they should. There's a huge demand for everything from, as I said, welders and machinists all the way up to the corporate structure. And those are the kind of people the women that attended our conference last month. Next year, the Women in Manufacturing is celebrating its 10th anniversary in Cleveland. And we're going to be inducting or founding a Women's Hall of Fame, Women's Manufacturers Hall of Fame, which I'm trying to get housed in Mansfield. Hopefully I'll be able to do that, and then that would be a big feather in our cap. But I want to throw out there for women to go into the technological fields because they're high-paying jobs, they're good jobs, there's lots of openings at lots of different companies. If one company, something happens to one company, believe me, you can go down the street at another company and get another job immediately. Really interesting jobs, and you'd never be bored. Manufacturing 5.0 is going along at the same time, and that's, you guys have all heard about the cloud, the Internet of Things. We were just talking about that at our table, about how our phones know where we're going and what we're doing, and we're not quite sure why that is. The cloud is the next big thing in manufacturing. The cloud is going to be able to monitor what's going on in our shops. So it'll be able to know, hey, the coolant in that machine hasn't been changed properly and it's about to crash and you need to fix that right away. It'll be sending us emails telling us to do that. It'll be sending, our one company designs and manufactures custom automation equipment. We'll be able to monitor machines that we made for a customer, and it'll be able to tell us, hey, your customer has never done the maintenance on that machine and it's about to blow up and you better call them and tell them they better do something about that. That's the kind of stuff that's going on right now. The machines are on the verge of starting to talk to each other. You're running this particular job on this particular machine, but this machine has figured out it would be better being done on another machine, and it'll tell you that. That's the kind of stuff that engineering careers are made out of, and that are happening today. I was telling some people at our table about a particular project that we worked on with robotic arms. When you go to the store and you open up a carton of eggs and there's a broken egg, the store has to throw all of them away. They can't reuse the non-broken eggs. So the robotic arms that our engineers in Mansfield, Ohio were working on were robotic arms that will be able to etch a serial number onto each individual egg in the carton. So there'll be traceability for that egg back to practically the chicken that laid it. And they'll be able to reuse the eggs. That's the kind of stuff that's going on in Mansfield, Ohio. That's the kind of stuff that engineering and technological careers are made out of. And that's what I would like to see more people go into. If you want to see some of the things that are going on, the really, things that are actually happening right now, not like out in some Star Wars movie, I invite you to go to YouTube or to Google and look up the Hydraloop. I don't know if any of you have heard that project. Imagine a rail car in a giant tube. Pittsburgh right now they're only working on freight until the bugs get out, but the ultimate goal is to be a people mover. So one of the routes that has already been approved is Pittsburgh to Columbus, 15 minutes. Columbus to Chicago, 45 minutes. So, yeah, for the people that have children that live in Chicago, you'll be able to get there faster than driving to Columbus. So that's the kind of stuff that's being worked on. There's individual companies in Mansfield working on that project, and the larger project, is being done by Elon Musk. Another thing you can look up is I'm thinking it's 2017, but there was a very bad race car accident at the Indy 500 in 2017 with a race car driver named Scott Dixon. Look up that video and see the crash of that car and how the entire car was just totally disintegrated. And then he just unsnapped himself and walked off without any injury to himself whatsoever. It's engineers and technological companies that did that. And so those are the kinds of careers and the kind of impact you can have on society if you go into manufacturing and engineering. So hopefully I'll get some interest in manufacturing, and we'll continue, because manufacturing really is the basis of our civilization. Hollywood can disappear tomorrow, the NBA can disappear tomorrow, the NFL can disappear tomorrow, and nothing will change. But if manufacturing disappears tomorrow, civilization will come to an end. So, thank you.